Hey, how's it going guys? I'm Ryuz and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. This week I promise you guys to show you my Nightfall deck. I'll be honest here, this deck problem is actually Momiji. She is very slow, you literally cannot make her go any faster. I've tested everything I could think of, including pairing her with Taishakten, but she only has 2 targeting spells. I tried pairing her with Kango, but she can't increase the Nightfall if the target is killed by Kango. I tried my best to make her work, and this is my best attempt yet. So let's get into the deck rundown, shall we? After testing a lot of combination, this is the best I could come up with. This deck really needs a finisher and stall until you get into late game. So the plan is with this deck is to stall with Itan Moment while slowly building up your Fujiiro and Nightfall, while also keeping your opponent in check with Momiji and Yasha. First up we have Momiji herself. She deals 1 projectile every time we gain 1 Nightfall. That ability is okay, but we're not going to focus our plan on it. For her, I'm bringing 2 Maple Amulet. This is pretty much your only targeting option, so use it very wisely. Then we have 2 Maple Dance. Unfortunately, if you want to play Momiji effectively, this is a 2-off. But if you want an alternative, you could use the level 1 form, but you have to bring a healer to keep her alive. Then we have 2 Dance of the Death. This card just got buffed last time, and it's honestly a great buff, so it's definitely a 2-off. Maybe a 1-off if you want to bring the level 2 spell. Then we have 2 Evolve. In the first impression video, I kind of underestimated this card, but after using it, it's a really great card because this card alone can easily carry you to Nightfall 10 because of that projectile effect triggering every turn until you get to Nightfall 10. Next we have our only offensive option, Yasha. We're pretty much running a complete Nightfall deck, so his combat cards can really shine in this one. For him, I'm bringing 2 Slaughter. Try not to use this in early game unless your Yasha has like 5+ attack. Then we have 2 Evolve. Since we're bringing Itan Moment's Quiet Chatter, there's a high chance this card will gain fast, so you can really feel that first move doing its work. Then we have 2 Plunder. I think 1 is enough, but I want to see it more often in my hand, so I'm bringing 2. Then we have 1 Hirasaka Hound. This one is debatable. On one hand, it's really nice if you're going into really late game, but this deck tries to end it when we just reach Nightfall 10. So if you don't have it, just bring the level 3 combat cards instead. Then we have Demon. You can pretty much ignore the Nightfall 10 effect. We're only after that AoE 2 damage. It's a really good card to push for finisher. Then we have our Staller, Itan Moment. The more she dies and revives, the better it is for us, and she's a great searcher for Momiji and Yasha's card. For her, I'm bringing 2 Haunting Dread. Now, this one is completely up to your taste. You can bring the combat card if you want to be more aggressive, but I think in this build, this one is better because the more the opponent tries to attack, the faster we build up our Nightfall. The next card is 2 Snow Weaving. This card just got nerfed and lost the Reborn, which is a huge nerf, but I get why they nerfed it. It was too much value for 1 card. Then we have 2 Quiet Chatter to drink through our deck and get the cards we want faster. And the last one is 2 Snowy Dead for even more stalling option. And the last Shigami is actually a free slot. If you want a more general buff, I would suggest bringing Main Reiki, but I chose Fujihime because she can keep our Shikigami alive a little bit longer with her Fujiiro. And she has summon removal card. That's really handy because I've been seeing quite a lot of Enma and Ushinotoki running around in rank. Overall, I think this deck is okay. It's not game breaking or game changing in any way. It's just a fun deck that you can mess around with. But this deck is pretty goddamn expensive though, so if you're a new player, I don't recommend you to build this deck at all. Anyway, that's all I can say about the deck. Let's move on with the replays. Our first match is up against a variant of Ashura deck. I still think the most effective build is using Hanya instead of Tamamu, but oh well. This is still a pretty difficult matchup because they play really freaking fast if they got a good hand. So we'll see what we can do. They get the first turn, they activate Road of Firelight and pass. I don't think that was a smart move, but alright. On our turn we need to build up our Fujiiro, so we put Hall of Flowers. Then attack with Yasha and pass. Let's just hope they don't kill him immediately. On their turn they activate Ashura's Field, then attack with Vampira. After that, they activated Blood Rage to kill our Fujihime, but she has her Fujihiro, so she didn't die. Okay, that was quite the move. On our turn, we activate Maple Amulet on their Higanbana because I don't want them to damage us with her skills. Then attack with Momiji because we don't have her cards that we can use for the next few turns. On their turn, they will sacrifice their Vampira, and at the end phase, their Higanbana will blow up. They should have attacked with Higanbana so that we don't get a Nightfall counter, but thank you very much. On our turn, we evolve Fujihime so that on the next turn, hopefully that Fujihiro will move, then attack with Itan Moment and pass. On that turn, they will evolve Ashura, then kill our Itan Moment and pass. At the start of our turn, the Fujihiro will move to Yasha. Now is the perfect timing to use Slaughter to smash their Ashura, then smash their face for 9 damage and pass. On their turn, they activate Blazing Snow. Sadly, that will kill our Fujihime, but only deal 5 damage to our Yasha, and they will pass. On our turn, we evolve Yasha, then deal a total of 11 damage from Yasha and Momiji. Hell yes, teamwork. Let's see if they can turn this around. On their turn, they put Bloodlust on Vampira, then attack our Yasha in a futile attempt to recover some health. On our turn, we don't have any way to gain Nightfall and it's very risky to put Yasha, so we put Snowy Dead on Itan Moment and put her forward and pass. On their turn, they will evolve Ashura once again, then kill our Itan Moment, but she will revive again thanks to the form effect. On our turn, the Fujihiro moves to the wrong Shikigami, but thankfully we can still finish it this turn. We activate Demons to kill Ashura and deal 2 damage AoE, and finish them off with Itan Moment. Our second matchup is up against Shin Ungaikyo. That deck focuses on dealing damage straight to our life by using Hakuro and removing threats using Ungaikyo. This is a pretty difficult matchup if they play well, but if they don't, that deck will run out of steam pretty quick. We get the first turn this time, so we're just going to activate Haunting Dread and pass. This way, even if they destroy it, we will gain at least 2 Nightfall. On their turn, they activate Perfect Shot and pass. Not sure that was a good move or they're just afraid of us killing their Hakuro. On our turn, we're just going to put Itan Moment forward and pass. We want to save the Maple Amulet for Chin when she level ups. On their turn, they activate Alternation, targeting our Itan Moment. That will kill Itan Moment, but we got 2 Nightfall points. On our turn, we activate Maple Amulet on their Chin, then attack with Momiji because we don't have her cards that we can use. On their turn, they attack with Hakuro, then activate Poison Erosion just to put Chin as a blocker. What they didn't realize is that Chin will blow up and leave the zone empty at the end phase. On our turn, we evolve Fujihime, then use Yasha to deal 5 damage to them. Hopefully next turn the Fujihiro will move to him. On their turn, they activate Hidden Sun, dealing 5 damage to our Yasha. Then activate Blood Rage, destroying our field. Then, they will ram their Vampira to kill our Yasha. They're playing really badly right now. Is this a standard for tier 7 now? On our turn, we activate Quiet Chatter, that will get us 2 of Yasha's combat card, then use Itan Moment to attack directly and pass. On their turn, they will activate Falling Shadow on our Fujihime, then force Hakuro to attack. That will kill both Itanmomen and Hakuro, and they will pass. On our turn, we activate Mysterious Echo to summon a Servitor and deal 7 damage to their life and pass. On their turn, they will activate Poison Erosion, then attack with Tin just to take down our Servitor. They're really trading all of their Shigami just to try and stop every little move we make. Sheesh! On our turn, we evolve Momiji, then deal 3 damage with Itanmomen. Every end phase until Nightfall 10, our Momiji will deal 3 projectiles. On their turn, they will put the SSR form on Vampira. Ooh, that's nice. I almost never see that form in ranked. Then activate Blood Rage on Itanmomen. After that, they will use Vampira to crash into her, removing the Fujiro. On our turn, we activate Immemorial. Then use Itanmomen to assault. They will heal for 6 points, but that's alright, we can bring them down instantly. And at the end phase, Momiji fires off the projectile and kills Vampira. On their turn, they will evolve Ungaikyo, then activate Sharp Shot on Hakuro. She will kill our Itanmomen and deal 2 damage to us and pass. On our turn, we activate Maple Amulet to kill their Ungaikyo, then use Yasha to assault, dealing a clean 9 damage. At the end phase, we poke for another 3 damage with Momiji. On their turn, they pretty much just surrender by killing their Chin and passing. Alright then, we're going to put them out of their misery. On our turn, we activate Plunder to draw a card and end them. Well, that's all for today's video. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments who should I do next, and if you want to support the channel, I have Patreon and Ko-Fi links down below. And as usual, if you have any kind of feedback, leave it down in the comments, and see you next video. Bye!